and Susan Cingari here after the huge event at BYB 29 in South Florida, and I am with the man who makes the weekends, Dada 5000. Dada, oh my gosh, what a night. I don't even know what to say. So many great fights. Let's talk about it.
Tonight was astronomical in each and every way. You know, I think that the average fight fan, you know, this would have been a treat, a dream come true to be in attendance, regardless of the individuals that was inside there duking it out for the world's enjoyment. The real winners was the ones that got a chance to see this live tonight.
You know, that last fight, I mean, I don't even know what to say. It was like, they would not stop. How would you describe that fight? It's such a fight of warrior spirit is what I would call it.
A barn burner. You know, it's one of those fights that you'll talk about for years sitting around a camp, you know, with your s'mores, you know, and it's one of those ones that, you know, you can't be mad at, you know, unless you're one of the participants, you know. I mean, when you look at, you know, the faces of the individuals that was in attendance, it's like, oh, wow, you know, you can't make that up. You know, everybody inside the building had a wonderful time. And the best part about it is this, you you put on a great show when they're leaving and they say, hey, when is the next one? I came here, but tomorrow or the next day, I'm gonna bring a friend with me because I had a truly great time.
You know, Dada, you've been in the combat sports business a long time, and I kind of knew him when I was another hair color, but we won't talk about that. Does it ever get old to you? Because it never gets old to me.
No, it never gets old because you never know what's going to happen inside, you know, the ring, the boxing ring, the octagon, you know, the mighty trigon. I mean, you got a fight that, you know, can literally re-energize you. You know what I'm saying? Reboot you, you know, and I think that's what the fans saw tonight. You know, this right here was a solid card. You know, everybody left it all inside of the ring, you know, and again, you know, this right here just put a period on the end of the statement that I always say. At BYB Extreme, when it comes to bare-knuckle, we make the weekends. That was shown here tonight again.
Let's talk about anything happening rematch-wise for any of the fighters.
100%. I mean, Duran, you know, he put on, you know, a barn burner, you know, and a lot of people was left with mixed emotions about that one. So I don't think no one will be mad if they seen that fight, you know, transpire again. And when you look at, you know, the main event, that was a roller coaster ride. That was action-packed, full of bare-knuckle thrills and chills. You know, man, I mean, listen, you got Cub Hawkins, and then you have the current champ, you know, Sister Norris. You know, these guys, you know what I'm saying, they left it all inside the ring, you know, and I think that fight raised the bar. Everybody, home, around the world, and in the building was on their feet. You know, those dudes, they put on a clinic for sure. Super proud of both of them. Sister Norris, he's the new BYB light heavyweight champion, but he still has to get that Police Gazette belt, you know, and if it's on him. If he wants to go after that belt, you know, I'm pretty sure that Cub Hawkins, you know what I'm saying, will gladly, you know, say, yeah, let's do it again. And guess what? We're going to all be in attendance for it. And even when you look at the Ryan Jet, Cub Hawkins, that right there, you know what I'm saying, was awesome. But this, tonight, well, that's another story.
And Dada, I also have to ask you, you know everybody. I'm just honored to be standing next to him. You had one of my favorite guys who I actually used to work with on another show, which I don't want to name, and I went to his son's birthday party. A really tall guy here. So what was Shaq doing here?
Shaq is a brother from another mother. You know, I met him in 2019. He's a big fan of bare-knuckle. He's a big fan of Dada 5000 and Dogfight, you know, and whenever he comes in town, you know, he reaches out, especially when we have a show, you know, and he comes out, he charges a lot, you know what I'm saying, but he comes out and he deals with those that deal with him on these levels. He's a fight fan, you know what I'm saying, and he loved the art, you know, and it was a treat to have him in attendance. It was a shocker for most, you know, most of us, we knew that he was coming, but just to see the fans light up and pull out their camera phones, that just added another notch underneath the build of BYB Extreme.
And he's such a great guy. I worked with him many years ago on another show, doing some videos with him, and damn, he's tall. He's really tall. And he's just he's very, very humble, guys. He's a really, really cool guy, just like many of the fighters here and the people that are involved in the combat sports community. There's no ego involved. It's all about combat sports community, the combat sports family. Shaq is involved, the fighters, the coaches. And I feel like I'm part of the family too, Dada.
100%. But I'm saying, listen, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying, Susan used to come, you know what I'm saying, to the greenhouse. We've chopped it up on many occasions, you know what I'm saying. She is a combat sports pioneer. She's a national treasure. And, you know, again, I can't say enough great words
Thank you.
and great things about her and the contribution
Thank you so
that she
much.
makes day in and day out to bring you guys this great content.
Thank you.
Yes.
It was emotional for me to say goodbye to Yuli Monster Diaz. He let me corner him, and I was very grateful. But not only that, you've known him for years. He's such a stellar person outside of the combat sports community.
100%. You know, he's a great athlete. He's a great friend. He's a great brother. He's a great father. You know, he's a great uncle. You know, I mean, you can't say enough great things about him. You know, and people say, hey, Dada, do you think that Yuli, you know what I'm saying, is going to really retire? I said, you know, we got the answer when he took his shoes off and he left them inside the ring.
You know, I'm sad that he's leaving, but I'm also grateful that he's leaving on a win, because as new fight fans come on board, they're just getting accustomed to bare-knuckle. They're just seeing it for the first time, and they may not have remembered that Yuli has had a long and stellar career. And I always worry about that as a fan. I just, as a fan, not just as a reporter. I don't want them to go out in a loss. So congratulations, Yuli. We're really proud about having you take the W tonight. What was it like for you, having had such a close relationship with him over the years, to be involved in that final beautiful video tribute, and also to sit here tonight and watch his final fight? You know what he told me, by the way? And I was shocked. He told me that he was more nervous than any other fight he had ever been in his life, because it was his last one.
And, you know, like I told him at the weigh-ins, I said, the first one is just as important as the last one, right? And at the end of the day, when you look at, you know, Yuli amongst the Diaz, you know, everybody's gunning for you. Keep one thing in mind, you're not getting any younger. You fought some tough guys. It's nobody else for you to fight except these up-and-coming guys who really don't deserve a shot because they haven't done enough. So what else is left for you to do or prove? So tonight, you know what I'm saying, he ended out an illustrious career on a high note. You know what I'm saying, he rode off into the sunset, you know, with his head held high and his hands, you know what I'm saying, raised in victory.
And shout out to the OG, Yuli Monster, we love you. How do you feel that the level of talent has changed? Is it better since when you first started the organization? Because we've had more time for fans to be involved in it and fighters to be able to prepare for the fights. Do you feel that the level of talent is better than when you first started?
100%, because now you have individuals that don't just know how to punch, they know where to punch. You know, so that's a dangerous combination when you mix that in with, you know, a relentless approach. These guys are in shape, these guys have had experience, and they come, you know, because this is the best hand-to-hand combat sports promotion to fight for. And yes, the level of competition has grown, you know what I'm saying, like astronomically. It's like day and night. You know, we're called BYB, but it's nothing backyard about, you know what I'm saying, the guys that we've seen tonight and the guys that we're seeing moving forward.
Speaking about level of talent, I noticed you're looking much taller and slimmer than I have seen you before, and you told me on camera that might be because...
100%. You know, I'm getting in shape because at the end of the day, you know, I got one more round. Dada 5000 is headed London bound, you know, and dogfight round 2, you know, is going to come out, you know, this year. And I feel like, you know, it's a great opportunity, you know, for me. You know, look, I'm the last one left from that cloth. You know, there's no more Kimbo Slice and so forth like that. Renee Level Martinez, you know what I'm saying, will never get back inside the ring again. You know, he's doing his thing, you know, spreading the word of the good gospel, you know, so I'm the last one left. And at the end of the day, I feel comfortable getting back inside the ring because BYB has such a solid platform, you know, and I call it one more round. Because I have nothing to prove to anybody at this point. It's just something that I want to do. You know, I want to go out on my own, you know, terms. You know, not no commission saying I can't, you know, and I've passed every test that they've given me. So, you know, if you don't want to fight here, they love to have me over there. And I know everybody that's not going to go over there going to tune in over here.
Oh, yeah, and we'll be there for that one as well.
100%.
That's going to be an amazing, amazing, amazing adventure for everybody. Before we go tonight, Dada, anything you'd like to say?
I mean, listen, when you look at, you know, what Susan and her team, you know, at Bare Knuckle News is doing, you know, it's a pillar of strength. It's a cornerstone, you know what I'm saying, for combat sports in general. So always support, like, comment, share, you know what I'm saying, to everything that she's doing. She travels out far and wide to bring you guys the best, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to journalism in bare-knuckle combat sports, in MMA, in boxing, etc. She is someone that I always was proud of, and I wanted to ask her, like, your motivation, your dedication, your love, what drives you, you know, to do what you do to the level. So it's one thing of doing it, but to the level that you're doing it.
You know, you're not the only one that wants to know that, because my father flew down from Connecticut, and when I first started, and he walked in the building and he said, Susie, because you're always two, you know, I don't understand. Daddy gave you a college education, and what are you doing in the gym with half-naked, sweaty men and women? And I said to him, Dad, he goes, they're all not good for you. That was the way he was going with that. It's like, you know what, Dad? That's exactly why I'm in the gym. Because everybody thinks that combat sports people are not who they are. Every fighter has a story. And I've covered a lot of stories in my life. I get very emotional about this. But I believe it's my destiny and mission to change the public's perception of who the combat sports fighters are. The work, the hours, the tireless dedication, the obstacles they face with their family, money obstacles. And that's why I keep on going. And also because they don't have a league for retired figure skaters that would definitely want to fight in bare knuckle, but they're just kind of like too many fractures and concussions. But that's why I do this. It's really an honor and a privilege for me to be able to tell these stories to people, be able to have an opportunity to change the perception. Always willing to hear from the fans, so leave a note below if you want a fighter profiled, if you have a question. And thank you for letting me share the time with you, big guy.
Thank you for coming out, you know, and doing what you do best and doing what we love.
All right, so see you soon for Bare Knuckle News. I'm Susan Cingari, and this is
Dada 5000.
And nobody beats us to the punch.